Andrew, I've often heard you mention that you've sourced over 350 properties for investors. Now, as a stand-back property investor that I guess has never run a sourcing business, for me to have 350 properties sold and delivered to investors is a strong feat. But just building on from that, and I guess not everyone is going to be cut out to be a property sourcing or have a property sourcing business. But there's a lot of property investors that would like to leverage those type of services. So what advice would you have to give property investors in terms of building that relationship with a property sourcer? What do they look for in a property sourcer?
No, definitely. I think the key things which a investor needs to look at again is the track record of that sourcing agent. And there's different kinds of sourcing agents, aren't there? There's sourcing agents that source nationally across the UK, and there's sourcing agents that just source in their local area. There's sourcing agents that started up last week, and there's sourcing agents which started 10 years ago. So what's important, like any member of your power team, you should treat them all the same, as in ask the same questions. How big is your company? How long have you been trading for? Do you source nationally or locally? Can you send me some property deals or examples of deals? Do you mind if I speak to one or two of your clients? And it's about you doing research on that specific sourcing agent. And that's advice I give anyone, but that applies to any member of the power team.
So most property sourcing agents typically, are property investors themselves.
Yeah.
So how do you protect yourselves as a property investor whereby they're always naturally going to find the best deals for themselves?
So what you're referring to, because I think it's a very common question what you're asking is, as a property sourcing agent myself, I'm also a property investor. So why don't I take all the good deals myself? That's what you're asking.
Correct, yes.
Okay. The answer to that is, in most cases, the small sourcing agents will take all the best deals themselves. It's common. If a fantastic deal comes along, they're ready to buy the next deal, of course they'll take it. But any good sourcing agent is going to source a consistent amount of property deals. Now, unless that property sourcing agent or that investor sourcing agent has a big pot of cash, it's going to be impossible for them to buy every property. And the way we run our business, Warren, is we have staff to pay, we have rent to pay, we have to pay for the marketing. So we have to put so many property deals through our business. At the same time, as a sourcing agent, I don't buy 10 properties a month. I can't buy 10 properties a month. So how we work as sourcing agents is we'll source a few properties on. They could be the best deals in the world because our cash might be tied up somewhere else. And so how we
it's all about timing then.
Yeah,
It's
it's all about timing. Sometimes what happens when my business partner now are in the game to buy a property, the best deal in the world comes along and we buy it. But it's happened before where we've committed to 2 or 3 deals and said that's it, we won't buy for another 3 to 4 months. And in the 3 to 4 months we had about 30% below market deals come through that we didn't take ourselves and we passed them over.
No, that's good to hear. But I think one of the things that's sort of, let's say, stand out for me is then make sure you're partnering with a sourcing agent that does it professionally and also has a large volume of deals that they push through on their books. Otherwise you will be waiting for the right deals to come through for quite some time.
Yeah, definitely. And when you talk of great volumes, I think there's a balance there because there's a lot of sourcing agents that do a high level of deals. And there's sometimes an issue with a high level of deals or high volume of deals because you have to make sure they are discounted and they are quality deals. So what you're looking for is a sourcing agent that sources deals on a regular basis, not necessarily 10, 15, 20 deals a month in one specific area. Because from my experience, to source 15, 20 deals a month in one specific area at the discounts that they're selling it at, I won't say it's impossible, but I'll say it's very, very difficult. You have to be viewing hundreds.
Particularly doing that over a continuous basis.
You have to be doing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of viewings every single month to achieve that figure.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. Really, really appreciate it.
Cool, no worries.